Okay, we are back to continue after we just finished off chapter 1. Yeah, let's see where chapter 2 takes us. And let's get started, I guess. And so defeat comes to an end, but the passion it left in my heart still burns within me. My only solace is to wait in the pale moonlight for the cool breeze of the sea to still my heated blood. Sorry to make you wait. Perfect timing. You really are perfectly punctual, my friend. It would not hurt you to learn to be fashionably late, you know. Sorry, but punctual is what I am. Now, what is your report? Oh, let us not be boorish and hurry so, yes? This has been a grand evening. Allow me to savor it a little longer. Really, I'll take that as a report of I really like them then. Like? The lovely princess has stolen even more of my heart. It's a miracle I yet live, I tell you. What's more, I met a rival in the arena of beauty and aesthetics. A rival? Me? I shall be quite busy these next few weeks, I think. You really are hopeless. You're welcome to pursue your hobbies, but do not let it interfere with the plan. You need not worry on that score, my friend. On that note, here, take it. Very good. So how did your experiments go? Yes, call it a 90% success rate or so. The hologram predictor can accurately predict for many hundreds of cells. The first 2 or so predictions were miserable failures, I'm afraid. After the third, however, the device worked flawlessly. So some cause for concern, but not much. It does function. I report to the professor at once. That gospel. Truly, it is far beyond contemporary technology, and I don't simply mean its ability to negate orbments. I know it was made by the 13 factories, but how exactly does it work? I'm not sure. I'm not privy to the details. According to the professor, these phenomena are just the tip of a miracle. Ooh, so it's the stuff of miracles, is it? Miracles are the providence of she who dwells above, alone. What does he mean, I wonder? Regardless, a few more experiments should make the potential of the Gospels clear. With that... Ooh, we've had a number of unexpected actors coming onto the stage this night. How shall this cameo end, I wonder? Heh. That's up to how our hidden mouse responds. Indeed. Come now, mouse, cry for us. Why? Not sure who that little mouse is, but your life is spared, it seems. Thank Adius for your life, rodent. Bring on the beer! I can't drink no more. Damn it, I coulda... Okay, thank you, Adios Saints and anyone else I'm forgetting for saving your humble servant. Looks like I need to be told to give praise to the goddess. Like I need to be told. Yeah. What monsters, though? So those are the enforcers for Ouroboros, huh? Chapter 2, The Raging Land. Okay, we're off to size. Anyone have anything else they want to do before we go? No, not I. If you can't think of anything, we should be going. I can think of one piece of business. Where did Miss Dorothy go? She disappeared quite suddenly, and I'm curious as to where she could have gone. I think she went to go see Neil in the hotel. That's a good point. I think we should go say hi and thanks before we leave Rouen. Yes, I think so too. We owe Dorothy our lives, really. I want to say goodbye to Matron Teresa and the children before we left as well, but I tried calling them from the guild a minute ago and I think they're out. They are? Aw. I want to say goodbye too. But we can always write them a letter from Zeiss, you know. I bet they'd love it, in fact. And we can always come back here easily enough if we really need to. Yes, that's true. I'll write them then. Hey, we'll write them. I want in too. Well, come, my friends, let us away. To the pulsing heart of the herbal revolution and the seat of geniuses. Let's see if there's is there something we should be doing? Check quest maybe? Oh, recruiting great gamblers. Persons confident in their gambling ability come ASAP to the first floor of the Lavender Casino and Bar. Once you get to Zeiss, you should stop in at Professor Russell's. We should probably pick his brain about this new gospel situation. I should be able to keep things under control here with just Melvin. Anyway, be careful out there. What really matters is character. I decided to vote based on which candidate proves to have the best character. Expecting that which has happened once to happen again, the kind of thinking is probably an inherent fault in people's hearts. Corruption of the soul doesn't make it so though. Just gonna check if there is... No. Nothing new there. Wonder if the like general store has anything? No, does not look like it. Let's go to the casino first then. Alright, come on. Got it, Jack. It's your win, sir. You fought well, my good man. Just not well enough to face me. Haha. Who's the one we were supposed to talk to, I wonder? I guess it's on quite a winning streak. All I can do is pray that he doesn't take things too far. Are they downstairs, maybe? Oh yeah. May we have a moment? You wouldn't happen to be Lakeisha, would you? Yes, I'm Lakeisha. Oh! Are you the Bracers? Yeah, we saw the posting. Good. You know a little bit about what's going on at least. Are you all set? I'd like to go over the details. Yes. Yeah, of course it's okay. So what can we do for you? What I'd like to ask of you is very simple. Do something, anything, to make my husband lose at gambling. What? That's your request? Win in a game of chance, is it? A most intriguing request. You heard me right. I don't care what game, just please win against my husband. He's always been the type to get so wrapped up in whatever it is he's doing that he doesn't know when to stop. I mean, really, he gets a few wins in at the casino and suddenly he's convinced he's a pro gambler. And I know that's one track of mind of his. If he says he wants to turn pro, anything I say is in one ear, out the other. So I'd like you to nip that in the bud before things go too far. I see. From family circumstances, huh? Sounds like things are hard for you. No, I was naive. I should have just refused when he was suggesting a casino trip. No point in complaining now. Here, let me give you 1,000 mirror as a wager. If you wager this all on one bet, I'm sure my husband will take you up. I sure hope so. Is your husband upstairs at the casino right now? Yes, he's made himself nice and comfortable up there. Last I saw him, he was playing cards. Filius his name. Understood, we'll check the card tables. Do me a favor and don't hold back. Make sure he loses, decisively. Is there anything else I can help you with? Any questions? We're okay, I think. You covered all the basics. The real question is, how do we win the match? I mean, gambling's ultimately luck, isn't it? Yes, but only to a degree. Letting the luck live or killing it takes skill. Whether we can win or not depends on your match. Strategy is the key, to be more precise. Guess we're in for some fun times. If strategy is what you're worried about, you'll be fine. My husband is a total amateur. He's terrible at lying. Every thought that crosses his mind is written on his face, plain as day. He's not normally the kind of person well suited to gambling. Really? Hearing that makes me feel a little bit more confident. Maybe. Alright, let's do this thing. Yeah, that's the spirit. Knowing the game is important, sure, but having the drive to get in there and win is what really brings it home. I'm in your corner, you guys. I'll get up there and knock my husband down a few pegs. What a charming little casino. Its equipment looks brand new. Was this established recently? In a way, it just reopened after renovations during the birthday celebration. Hey, now that I think about it, it was being worked on last time. I see. So where is our high-rolling target? Right, his wife said he'd be at the card tables. Pretty sure that would be him. Alright, come on, come on! There it is, Jack! Oh, this power on the draw! I feel invincible! It is your win, sir. Know that you fought well, my good man. I'm afraid you just had the wrong opponent. Hahaha. Yep, it's exactly as she said. That's gotta be him. Let's catch his attention quickly. If we waste time, no doubt he'll get wrapped up in another match. Alright. Okay, hit me again. Oh, what's up with you guys? We heard you know your way around a card game, mister. So I'd like to challenge you. Challenge? Me? Alright, I'll bite. Question is, do you have the mirror? I'm not taking any cheap bets. The wager's 1,000 mirror. How's that? Heh, that's a mighty wager. Fearless, aren't you? Fine, I'll take you guys on. Okay, so which one of you is gonna be my opponent? Or maybe all three of you wanna have a piece of the Philly Meister at the same time. Philly Master at the same time. That works too. I'm feeling lucky. All at once is a bit crazy. We're not playing an old maid here. In that case, good customers, how would you like to try a variant of poker? There are a few that allow a match to be settled over several rounds. Sounds like just what we're looking for. I'll say, what are the rules? Both sides choose a lineup of contenders and settle the match over 3 rounds. Each round is normal poker and the first team to win one match wins. However, your team can only fold one time. If one team member folds, the rest have no choice but to challenge. And it's a 3-round match, huh? Simple, quick, elegant. I like it. Only problem now is that there's 4 of you. It's not like all 4 of us need to play. One of us can sit this one out. That's perfect actually. If I can, I'd like to be the one to sit out. You sure, Chloe? Students are forbidden to gamble by school rules. I don't want you to think I'm trying to skip out on a job, but it is kind of awkward for me. No, I get where you're coming from. Gambling's not exactly a healthy part of your daily balanced school curriculum. But you can handle it from here, so take a load off. Sorry for the mix-up. And then there were 3. Are well on the road to a climactic 3-round match. Not that it would matter if there were 4 or even 5 matches. I'd win them all anyway. Are you satisfied with the rules as I explained them? Yeah, I'm okay with them. Yes, you're fine too. Well done, allow me a few moments to make preparations. During that time, good guests, please decide the order of your matches. Order? So who's gonna go first and stuff? That shouldn't take us too long. Thank you very much. I'm ready whenever you guys are. Alright, order time. How do we want to do this? Might I suggest that we pick based on our gambling prowess? Full disclosure guys, I have like 0 confidence in my card skills. I always lost to Joshua. Oh, but I bet you're pretty confident, right, Sharon? You use cards a lot in fortune telling, so I can picture you knowing a thing or two about gambling. Yes, I know a little. I also got an ace up my sleeve for the worst case scenario too. An ace? It's a secret, unless we need it. Then I believe we'll have Shara take up the final step. Should good fortune fail us, we'll certainly be in need of that extra bit of luck. That being said, I would prefer to take up the middle. The second match will likely require a great deal of strategy, and I have some confidence in my card game. So you're second, Olivia, and Shara's last, which means I'm first? Yes, that should be relatively easy on you. Enjoy the hand without any pressure. So you say, but I'm still feeling it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready. Alright, we're up. Poker face is on, comrades. Good luck, you guys. Let's win this thing. This marks the first round of 3. Poker rules in this region are standard. However, there is a hierarchy among suits. The strongest is spade, followed by hearts, diamonds, and finally clubs. I will now begin dealing your cards. Hey, I got a pair! Not bad. I could go for a flush, but that's kinda risky. My lucky streak strikes again. My first round and I've already got a great hand. Man, I got this one in the bag. Must have an impressive hand. If that truly were the case, I can assure you that he would be much quieter about it. Remember, you can't challenge an opponent who chooses to fold. Here's hoping your girl recognizes that. Okay, I need to think real hard about this. Should I swap out for a shot at a big hand or keep an easy one? No. We're swap leaving for one pair. So the theory is to go for the sure thing. Would you like to change cards? Yeah, 3 cards. Sir, I'll change 3. Come on, good cards, good cards. Man, not change, huh? Well, I got a pair, so at least I got an okay hand. You're so obvious, Estelle. I doubt you could read her the way we can, but one can never be too careful. If things go sour, I'm sure it'll be plain as day. I'd heard she was bad at this, understatement of the century. Yes, fell right into my hand while I was waiting. Come, good challenger, come at me anytime. Felix's behavior is no surprise. I wonder how confident he really is. I got a pair, but it's up to his hand if I win or not. Should I fold or challenge him head on? I wouldn't fold this hand. I would challenge. Fold and admit I lost? I couldn't do that for anything. Would you like to challenge? Of course I am, duh! What? Are you sure? I got a really great hand, so... Yeah, whatever, I don't really care. If it's that good, why don't you hurry up and bring it on? What will you do, sir? What to do? I could win this hand if I challenge, but... No, I'll fold. With that, sir, I'm afraid you can no longer fold starting with the next round. Alright, I did it! Good work out there. You took a strong stance and paid off. Yeah, I'm just glad I didn't lose. What you did was more than winning. Our opponent is now cornered. I almost forgot, you can only fold once. Exactly, we won the first match, but it only takes 1 win from him for us to lose the bet. I agreed, we'll have to proceed carefully. Sirs, are you prepared for the next match? Ah, that's my cue. May Lady Luck favor me with her grace. We're counting on you. After all that talking you did, I am so not gonna go easy on you if you lose. I will now begin dealing your cards. My only pair of 4s, a rather uninspiring hand. Here. No, it might come here. He seems kinda hesitant. Yes, his expression is different. We should probably assume he's got a pretty good hand. Now, what to do? Should I reach my hand out or distract my foe? Either or would make for a worthy spectacle. Exchange all cards leaving the pair, probably. I should play it straight here. Will you be changing cards? Or well, 3 cards please. You sir? I'll take 2 cards. How did it turn out? 2 pairs. Enough to challenge on. Man, I can't read his face at all. What the heck are you thinking, Olivier? He has a surprisingly strong poker face, doesn't he? Alright. Yeah, I'm okay. That's a very restrained reaction compared to before. Did he make a big hand? The way he's quieted down is quite disturbing. Now then, what should I do? I think his reaction is telling me to fold on this. That's just, it might be falling into bait, but... Even though this is a better hand than last time, with 2 pairs. Yeah. Our foe's already folded once, so he'll have to challenge this time. It's dangerous to corner an already wounded beast. Will you challenge? I'll fold. It takes cunning to know when retreat becomes the more respectable strategy. Shh, folded, did you? Oh, you seem quite disappointed. If I wasted a good hand of yours, then may you have my heartfelt apologies. No, it's nothing like that. I didn't have much of a hand either. As of next round, neither side will be able to fold. Would you look at that? He folded. He probably figured out the odds were in Filia's favor. I have returned, my loves. Did you see? My calm and expert assessment of the situation was flawless. But did Filia really have a good hand? If he challenged, he might have won. I'd say it's almost a certainty that he had a much stronger hand than mine. Methinks if I had challenged, I'd be swinging in a sea of tears by now. Do you think that's a wee bit dramatic? Now that both sides have folded, neither of us can back down from the final round. Yes, exactly. We'll be settling this cleanly in the next match. Next is Shara's turn, huh? Cool! I got a hunch that things will work out just fine. Hopefully. I will see if Adios is in a generous mood. Are you ready for your final match? The curtain rises. Well then, Shara, let's see what you can do. I'll try not to disappoint. You're both prepared, I hope. We'll now begin the final match. So I turned out like this, did it? Is it trying to tell me to chase a better hand? Now, how's my opponent looking? I got it! It's here! Could it be? No, it's nothing. Don't worry about it, really. Ah, what a cruddy hand. Oh man, I'm done for. Let's change his tune. Yeah, he's acting like he's got a good hand. Now, how will you proceed in turn, Shara? One look and it's clear that Filia's got a big hand. In that case, a normal hand stands a high chance of losing. Should I go for broke and pursue a straight flush, I wonder? No, we'll exchange everything but the spades. I think. I'd like to change cards. 2 cards, please. And for you, 1 card, please. How did it turn out? There we go. Alright, that was a good draw. Now I just need 1 more card. Phew, just have to pray my fingers haven't lost the sense. Do you have your cards? Now if you would, please show your hands. Okay, I'll show first. Alright, come on. Come please. It really did come. Look at this, it's a royal straight flush. A royal something, or isn't that the strongest hand? It'll be hard to win against that hand. Please show your hand as well, miss. The conclusion of a match is never known until the last card is on the table. Indeed. Showing your cards won't help. Not when I got the best hand a guy could ask for. Oh, is that really so? Huh? What is it? Just now wasn't Shara's hand. Sorry, I think it was my imagination. Certainly. I believe this game has a strong and weak suits, yes? Then I'm afraid we can't call your hand the greatest yet. My hand is the same as a royal flush. However, the Queen of Spades, it seems, has smiled on me. No way! It certainly is decisive. Oh, but you have spades. In that case, your hand trumps Filia's. You're kidding! This match is yours, miss. My goodness. Please check your wager. I don't know how, but we won. I can't believe it. What a splendid turn of events. Shara, great work. I can't believe you turned that around. Oh, you're just the best. A good show. It's been a while since I was that nervous. I'm just glad I didn't stumble all over myself. What do you mean? It's complicated. Wait a sec. No way. Oh, you didn't realize? I thought you and Olivia had seen through it. I can't believe you... No wonder something was off. You know how it goes. Sometimes it takes a thief to catch a thief. Alright, let's go report to the client. I don't think they noticed, but it's probably best if we don't linger. Works for me. Let's go give Lakshisa the good news. Really? You really beat my husband? Yeah, it was rough, but we took him down. This here's your wager. The 1000 Mira has doubled after our win. Oh, that's fine. You can have that. Think of it as making up for how cheap the job pay was. Huh? Are you sure? I mean, I'm grateful, but you know. Are you sure what we did is enough? I don't know if your husband will learn his lesson just because he lost against us. Even if he doesn't, I'm sure the casino will finish the job. They're professionals in their own right, after all. There's no way they'll let my husband keep on this winning streak of his. That's a good point. If that's the case, we'll be moving along. Is that okay? Yes, it's fine. You've done more than enough. I'm amazed you took a bizarre request like this as seriously as you did, but you guys have been true professionals. You've done the Bracer Skills reputation justice in my eyes. Thanks. We're just doing our job, but it feels awfully good to hear you say that. If anything else happens, I'll be sure to look you guys up. Yes, we'll be here anytime you need it. Can we talk to him? He's gone now. This but a small stepping stone on my path to glory. This is nothing. Time to win a bunch and earn it all back. Sure, buddy. Sure. Anything you say. Oh, I did not mean to go up. That's that side quest done. Guess we go to the hotel then to talk to Neil. Not sure which. Oh. For now, I've taken on a part-time job to help with the lecture. I just started, but I guess things are going okay. Thankfully, my dad's too busy to have much time to worry about me, it seems like. Hello. Oh, you guys. I heard from Dorothy that you guys solved a little ghost problem. Yes, we did, but is Dorothy okay? She was yammering on grossly about what happened. When she was finished, she conked right out, so I had to put her to bed. I'm afraid we did drag her along with us in the dead of night. Not only that, but we owe her our lives. She's earned a bit of rest. A real reporter can go a good week without sleep when he's got a good scoop. Oh yeah, some of the stuff she was talking about sounded wild, but she didn't really explain it all. Mind if I ask you guys a few questions? Sure, go ahead. Estelle gave Neil an outline of their encounter with Blue Blanc and answered his questions. Alright, I think I get it now. Son of a Phantom Thief B himself is in Liberl, and he's one of those Ouroboros people? Kinda wish I hadn't heard that. Now we get the official confirmation that Phantom Thief B from the previous game, with all the side quests about finding lost stuff, was him. What? Neil, you know about that masked weirdo? Oh yeah, he's a famous thief who's caused a stir in every major city on that continent. If he wants something, he'll get it, and he always steals things with a big old show. For a Phantom, he's got a love of drama, that's for sure. That certainly matches the man we met beneath the schoolhouse, yes. He even admitted he's Phantom Thief B from those cards, so... Like I said though, thievery is one thing, but it's also lackey of the society. Wouldn't think Ouroboros would have use for someone like him, but at the same time, if they do, it's terrifying. Neil, I'm curious, do you intend to write an article about what happened? Nah, the Guild and the Royal Army asked me not to report on anything to do with the society. I'll probably end up writing about someone's ill-intended crime of pleasure or something. With the coup d'etat foiled, the kingdom is beginning to settle. I do see the wisdom in this. There still isn't terrifying the populace with news of a dangerous secret society just yet. Yeah, I ain't happy about it, as a reporter, but I guess to see where the government is coming from. Still, if anything else happens, tell me about it, yeah? Of course. Anyway, we're off for size. Alright. I've got a draft I need to write up, so I can't see you off, but... Want me to wake Dorothy? No, it's okay. She's fast asleep and I'd hate to disturb her. Give her our best when she gets up, okay? Will do. Be careful, guys. So cute. Guess we're off for size then. Hey, you guys. Your braces, right? Yes, is something wrong? You look kinda frazzled. There's something I'd like you to investigate urgently. Could you come right now? Yes? Yeah, no problem. Thanks, I owe you. So where should we go? Head to Norman's election office. It's on the top floor of the hotel. Here, I'll show you the way. I'm telling you, I didn't do it. Hurry up and let me go home. I got work to do. Now, calm down. Just bear with us until the braces arrive. Once the investigation's done, you can leave. Speak of the devil. See, here they are. That sure was fast, Hero. Yeah, I looked out and ran into some braces right away. This is Norman. I'm sure you've seen him on the posters around the city. One of the guys running for mayor, I think. I'm Estelle Bright of the Bracer Guild. I'm Shahrazad Harvey, also a bracer. So let's get to it. What happened? One of our campaigners, Dels, was injured by someone. In other words, it's an assault case. An assault? Well, that's never a nice thing to hear. Is the victim okay? Yes, he's still here. He was unconscious for a bit, but it was thankfully nothing serious. Good to hear it. There's nothing good about it. The back of my head still hurts like you wouldn't believe. The back of your head, huh? Were you attacked from behind? Yes, man, right out of the blue too. I was taking a breather on the balcony and all of a sudden from behind, How vicious. Ouch, sounds nasty. When did the incident occur? Give us any info that happened before and after. Sure, it happened today just after lunch. Norman and I were checking out a potential location for a speech by the bridge. Cooper here had just turned up by then. When I talked to him, he said he had some important business with Norman. What kind of business? Borders told me to come apologize for that mess on the bridge. It's not like it's all my fault, but I did sort of make it worse. I see, so you came to say sorry for the scuffle. Yes, but Norman was still very busy at the time. But asked Cooper to wait in the office area. That's when I showed him this room. I returned to the hotel not too long afterward. I entered the room with Ario, who had been waiting outside the office, and there was Dels, unconscious on the balcony. And Cooper was right there, standing over him. I'm trying to tell you, why does that make me the criminal? He was already out cold when I reached the balcony. I understand what Cooper's saying, but it's only natural to suspect him, given the circumstances. There's no one in this room except Cooper and Dels. Is that true? After I brought Cooper, I was on watch outside the door. No one entered until Norman got here. No matter how you look at it, that means these two were alone. You're absolutely positive. Yeah, it's true, but it's like I said. When I went out to the balcony, Dels was already on the ground. So let me get this straight. The crime was already committed by the time you came, is that right? Yeah, exactly. Ah, thank Adios. Finally there's someone who gets it. In that case, it'd have to be someone who entered this room before Cooper. Dels, do you remember anything? It's possible that someone came in. People go in and out of this office all the time though. Even if someone had, I wouldn't have thought much of it. Fair enough. It's an election office, so that makes sense. At least we have a good idea of what's going on. The culprit behind this attack must be one of two people. Cooper, or someone who came before him into this room. We should be able to narrow it down if we get enough proof. Think we ought to start questioning? If there's nothing else to be gleaned here, yes. If you gentlemen can think of anything else, please tell me now, even if it seems trivial or unimportant. Right then, I have one more thing I'd like to add. There was something that occurred to me as I was looking through the room after the incident. Were there signs that had been rummaged around in? Not at all, just the opposite in fact. It actually felt like it was cleaner than before. Is a serial cleaner on the loose? One way to interpret it would be as a disguise to hide the fact that the room had been searched. Of course, it appears they went too far, inadvertently arousing suspicion in the process. It's not a bad train of thought. Incidentally, who are you? I was waiting for that question. I'm a traveling bard, a poetic soul wandering the wilderness, a genius Sure, but if nothing's been stolen, then isn't the idea that it's a disguise pretty weak? At this stage, I don't think there's any point in worrying about motive. I agree. Heh, you've grown even bolder since our last rendezvous, Estelle. Your training at La Loque must have been fruitful. You're simply stunning. Olivier, just ignore him. Now, if there's anything else you can tell us, if nothing else you can tell us, we should get to questioning. Certainly. She's begun to master how to handle Olivier, I see. Good luck with the investigation. I'll come report once we have an answer. Good, we're counting on you to get to the bottom of this. Now, how should we go about things? I mean, this hotel is pretty big. It's best if we split into two. Estelle, go with Her Highness. I'll go with Olivier. We're lucky to have them as assistants, so let's make good use of them. Good point. Ready to kick some investigation butt, Chloe? Of course. Assisting companions is only natural for a hunter of love. You shouldn't miss a beat, do you? Alright, our first order of business is to gather information on the suspect. If you go around asking about Cooper, something should turn up. Should you get a clearer picture of the criminal, come back here. So once we found the criminal, we'll report to you. No problem, let's go see what we can find out. Let's make a save real quick. My graceful conversational skills finally have their time in the spotlight. Cooper was standing next to Dels, who was lying on the ground. He looked at me and seemed very surprised. He wasn't excited or worked up, but he did appear tremendously shocked. I'll say it as many times as you like, I only found Dels. If we'd been fighting someone who would have heard a sound, but no one said anything, did they? Of course they didn't, because I was politely seated on the sofa. Find a clue? Okay. I lost consciousness immediately, so I didn't see who hit me. Even catching a glance would have been better than nothing at all. A sound, you say? That would probably be the sound of me getting hit. I heard a hell of a bang in my head, that's for sure. Cooper's face went white as a sheet the moment he saw us. He was surely dismayed at having been witness at the crime scene. Well, yes, Cooper's right. I was standing in front of the door, but it was quiet the whole time in the room. If there had been some kind of argument, I'm sure I would have noticed. Just taking a sip of my drink. Okay, let's check downstairs, I guess. Mr. Cooper is a guest who comes here only on very rare occasions. Mostly we have his patronage for work-related gatherings. A sound, you say? Unfortunately, I heard no such thing. When Cooper came to the hotel, I was in the lobby. I don't know, he looked angry, I guess. I thought something might happen. And then, just like I thought, something happened. Yeah, he looked pissed off at me. But it's right after that big mess on the bridge. It's only natural he'd be angry. Sound. I didn't really hear anything. Left yet? Yeah, actually a case suddenly popped up. What do you mean? Well, Estelle explained the assault case to Neil. I see. You don't seem too interested. Yeah, I doubt it's big enough to make an article out of. Well, just in case, once you stop it, tell me what you got. Yeah, will do. What do you know, Dorothy? Yeah, I know him. He's that young fella working at the harbor. Like everyone else these days, he's been involved with the election. Sound, Thinking about it, I did hear a loud noise from above. Above from here, you mean the balcony? Probably around there, yeah? It was an impressive sound, like something had run into something else with a smack. Can't recall exactly when I'd heard it though. That's too bad. Still, this is all good stuff to know. Thanks, sir. Why was Cooper that angry? The youngsters get worked up so easily these days. So he did hear a sound. And let's ask this guy about anger, I guess. I fear I cannot agree. Mr. Cooper seemed generally normal. Was Cooper angry? It didn't really look that way, but... Is that so? I'm not sure I can really help with that. I was angry? That's crazy. If you're gonna say that, Hiro's attitude was way worse than mine, I think. The moment he saw me, he made this real nasty face. Try asking around about Hiro. Bet you'll turn up some dirt. Him and Delta are rivals competing to be number 2 in Norman's camp. I'm sure they couldn't come to terms and ended up in a tussle. Don't believe it that you would suspect Hiro. In the first place, you're suggesting that he would hurt his co-worker? What could possibly motivate him to do such a thing? An unpleasant expression, you say? Well, of course, after a fuss like that, who wouldn't? What does that have to do with the case? There's no way Hiro did it. I testified to it myself. There's no bad blood between us whatsoever. We even work together. Sorry, I got excited and made my head hurt. He didn't seem particularly angry when I met him at the bridge. Or perhaps something happened while he was being led to the hotel. You doubt even Hiro? He's not the kind of person to resort to violence. Harry's the most loyal man. He would never commit such a criminal act. Are you done questioning in the office? Yes, we're done here. How about you? It's going okay, I guess. I'm still checking out stuff. Keep it up, but don't get careless. Leave it to me. You're checking out Hiro. He did kinda look unhappy when he got back to the hotel. That's probably because he was with Cooper, though. Hiro's the young merchant fella, yeah? If he wants to be a merchant, I think he needs to have a bit more oomph to him, you hear me? He's got gullible written all over him. He'll get people ripping him off at every turn if he doesn't shape up. Sound. Just wondering... People at the front are acting most particularly. If you push them with questions, you might uncover something new. We got a new line to follow now. Hopefully we can get some trustworthy testimony here, but... What is it? What's on your mind? If you're hiding something, you should just come out and say it. Trying to hide things will only lead to bigger trouble. I'm sorry. Feel like talking? Yes, actually. I saw him. I saw Harry on the second floor. And when was that? Right after lunch. Harry went out with Norman, but... However, shortly after that, Harry came back and ran up to the second floor. Oh, that's kind of important to know. Estelle, I want you to pursue this lead. We'll look around here for a bit longer. Got it. Yeah, we had a pail of lunch. I ate it on my own in the lobby. It's kinda suffocating to eat in the same room as my dad. Still, you know what? My dad's pretty unfair. He feeds us normal, boring stuff, then he gets a special paella just for himself. Is that so? Was it that different? Yeah, it was way better. The special one's got like a mountain of shrimp. Guess he didn't have much of an appetite though. He left a lot behind. What a waste. About lunch? I went to eat at the 11th hour today. I've always been in the habit of going out to lunch as soon as I heard the bell toll. The bell toll? The bell on the Langland Bridge. Remember? It rang when the bridge went up. Oh yeah! Yeah, it did ring. It always rings at certain times, see? I used it in place of a clock. That's sure convenient. Kinda big to use in place of a clock though. Hey Estelle, it might be good to ask some people about the bell toll. Why? They should be able to clearly remember the sound of a bell ringing. It might act as a guidepost for their memory, like with Mr. Murray. I get it. Nice story. Very intellectual advice. You flatter me. Not sure what you two are giggling about, but glad I was able to help. You sure were. Okay, let's go ask around. Right. Come on, why would I lie about something like that? I was in the hotel basement, so I didn't notice at all. Didn't say what eating in the lobby. The noon bridge bell. Yes, at that time I was preparing the guest rooms. Once that was finished, I I next organized the utensils. Someone had cleaned the plates in the office, so I was able to finish work quickly. The office plates were cleaned, so that means there was someone who went into the office after lunch? Indeed. While I was preparing the guest rooms, they cleaned up, it seems. The plates were stacked out the front. Of course, exactly which kind of guest it was, I couldn't say, unfortunately. Too bad. Guess you'll have to ask around yourself. Check with those downstairs again. Who cleaned up the dishes in the office? Don't know. I wouldn't go to that much trouble. I've been killing time in the hotel basement after lunch. Someone cleaned up the plates for Ernest. Woohoo! It's a rare thing to find someone so considerate of others nowadays. Okay, now we'll go up again. I have a bunch of things to ask them. Like lunch? Yes, we ordered lunch today from the Levantar. I don't want my companions getting sick of eating the same food again and again, so I thought we'd try something different. It's nice of you to do that. That's as much a part of politics as the campaign itself. Indeed it is. I'll admit, my nerves have been on edge for some time now. It hasn't been easy to keep my eyes on everything day in and day out. I'm sorry to hear that. That does sound pretty rough. Putting that aside, sir, what did you do after lunch? After lunch, Harry and I immediately went to examine the place my speech is to be held at. Harry had some other business to attend to first and met up with me at the site. She left right after lunch and met up with Harry outside. Alright, that's all I need to hear. I'm happy to have helped. Keep up the good work, you two. When did the bridge bell ring? It went off when Harry and I were checking out the speech site together. Harry was there too. Yes, he was already there. Just as the bell was ringing, Cooper showed up. I then asked Harry to show him to the hotel. I see, then it's sure. Who could have done it? All I know is that they were cleaned while I was away. So you don't know either, sir? I'm afraid not. I don't know who it was, but I'm worried that I may have left them a terrible impression. Pardon? What do you mean? In truth, I haven't had much of an appetite lately. I left quite a lot on the pile I got for lunch uneaten. I'd requested that Ernest get me one of those special pilas in secret, yet left it virtually untouched. It's embarrassing to think back on how wasteful that was. I see. It must be really stressful to be running in an election. After lunch, Norman went to have a look at the site where he was going to give a speech. I had some stuff to do, so I met up with him later. The rest is as I explained before. But Harry, you went to the second floor, didn't you? Excuse me? There's no point hiding it, we have witnesses. I'm not hiding anything. I just realized I forgot something and went back to the office to pick it up. Was there anyone in the office at that time? Dels was there doing work. I didn't see anyone else. Great, that's plenty, thanks. Don't misunderstand, please. I wasn't trying to hide that I'd gone to the second floor. Don't worry, we haven't decided you're the criminal or anything. Just don't forget that this kind of thing only makes you look worse. I look forward to your future assistance, sir. I heard the bell toll, yes. I think it was when I was meeting up with Norman by the bridge. Then Cooper showed up and I showed him the way to here. Who cleaned up? No idea. Someone must have done it while I was out. Were the plates and such clean by the time you got back to the office? I don't know. I wasn't exactly paying attention, so I can't say for sure. Yeah, we ordered lunch from the Levantar. Man, it was good. The sound of the bridge bell. Now that you mention it, I do think I heard that before I got hit. I'm sorry. My head feels like a wreck right now. Nothing's too clear. Let's mention it. Who did clean up? I'm sorry, I don't remember. But you were in the office, weren't you? You'd normally notice if someone came to clean. You're right, I would. Even I think it's odd. So they ordered from the Levantar? That sure is nice. Maybe I'll try asking Porto see if we can do something like that. Bridge toll? Yeah, I was running across the bridge in a real hurry. I met Norman right about the same time by the bridge. You're looking for the person who cleaned up the plates. Look, who cares? Just hurry up and prove me innocent. We haven't really gotten any more. Just checking through all these ones. They all sound kind of the same. Did you remember something? No, you asked about it a second ago, didn't you? That big sound. Ah, the sound. Like something smacking into something, right? Yeah, that thing. I remember something now. That sound happened as for time to the bell. At least to my ears. Time to the bell. So basically you heard the sound of the bell at roughly the same time as the big sound. Well, if you want to make it sound all boring, yeah. If that sound was something caused by the criminal, then someone without an alibi when the bell rang is the criminal. Yeah, we should check out people we suspect. I mean, this guy doesn't really have a sound. Didn't really hear anything. But the plates and such cleaned. Just gotta do. Well, yes, Cooper's right. I was standing in front of the door, but it was quiet the whole time in the room. If there'd been some kind of argument, I'm sure I would have noticed. But there's someone who testified to hearing a big sound. He said it sounded like something smacking into something else on the balcony. Well, I didn't hear it. I can say for sure that I didn't hear anything of the like while I was here. A sound, you say? That would probably be the sound of me getting hit. If I'd fought with Del, someone would have heard something. We actually have someone who testified to hearing a loud sound. He apparently heard the sound of something colliding with something else from around the balcony area. Do you have any idea what it could have been? Something colliding with something else? Nope, didn't hear any sound like that. As Cooper said, I didn't hear any loud noise either. I was in the lobby at the time, but if grown men were fighting, I'm sure I would have heard something. Wondering if there's something I can see out here or something? Guess not. So you heard the bell when you were outside, which means you weren't around when that other big sound happened. According to the testimony we got, the big sound happened right after the bell stopped ringing. If that's true, then Harry isn't connected to the big sound that was heard by the balcony. The sound of the bridge bell. Did you hear it? Yeah. It's the bell, yeah. Versus the bridge. Cooper and the balcony sound are unrelated. According to the testimony we got, the sound happened right after the bell stopped ringing, so that would line up with what we've heard from Cooper himself. I don't really know who to ask. There's a lot of back and forth in this quest. This guy always like reacts when you say the... Wait a sec. What's with that weird face? Did I say something weird? No, it's just... Hey Belden, you said you ate lunch on the first floor, right? Yeah, that's right. What about it? Norman ate on the second floor. How did you know what Norman ate when you were on the first floor? Oh, that. I saw it afterwards up... I'm sorry, my bad. Yeah, actually I heard it from someone else. I don't remember who said it though. Maybe you should investigate that next. That's so obviously suspicious. Did the bridge bell already ring? Wasn't that best, but I didn't notice at all. And then just like I thought something happened. What are we... Who are we supposed to ask? You have to go through the hotel to get there though, right? Yeah, that I do. I can't fly across the sea now, can I? Good point. So did you see anyone in the hotel at the time? Well, Ernest was on the first floor, of course, but the rest was real quiet. Huh? There was no one there? Yeah, I'd say so. The basement and the first floor were both pretty quiet when I'd passed through. Norman's son was there when I came back, though. Norman's son? Norman's... Oh, you mean Beldon? Yeah, that's more than enough. No, it was nothing. Were you really in the basement the whole time? Why? There's someone who passed through the basement right after the bell rang. According to their testimony, no one was here. That can't be right. I was right here the whole time. So we can't establish an alibi. Just in case, we should probably ask around about Beldon too. By Beldon, do you mean that kid? He wasn't in the basement, I'm pretty sure. Young Beldon? I'm afraid I didn't see him around when the bell rang. I was preparing the guest rooms at the time, you see. Where was Beldon when the bell rang? Couldn't tell you, unfortunately. I was out at the time. Where was Beldon when the bell rang? I don't know, but is he as a suspect? Yes, he is. How the hell am I supposed to know? My son's location while the bell rang could pose a problem, you say. If you have real cause for suspicion, you needn't hesitate on my part. You're welcome to confront Beldon and question him. We were supposed to ask Beldon about Beldon. Well, the bell rang, I was underground. I was in the basement the whole time after lunch. Who am I supposed to ask? Let's try and solve this so we can drink up in celebration. Yes, we're getting close, but I don't really know who to ask. Oh, that just said Beldon. Taking a pause. I was hungry, those who listen to noisy around with the 11th time. Should we just go through a lot of these again? I was in the basement, so I didn't hear the bell. Really, why would I lie? After I ate lunch on the first floor, I was in the basement. Still, you know what? My dad's pretty unfair. Then just like I thought something happened. I don't really know who to ask. There was no one in this room, so there's no person I've missed or anything. Not to mention it, we did clean up. I'm sorry, I don't remember. But you were in the office, weren't you? You don't really notice. Sound of the bridge bell. I do think I heard that before I got hit. No, we here did it. Sound you say? Were the plates cleaned? I don't know what I haven't asked. Thank you, Russ. Then Cooper showed up. I sat in front of the door, was quiet. But there's someone testified to it, he still like something smacking. Then any idea what it could have been? Something collided with something else? Didn't hear any sound like that. I don't know which thing to ask about. Is there like proof I have to find? Like, is there some thing out here? No? It's like I've asked everyone. There's probably just the one perfect thing that I need to ask that I haven't. Check out with him again. I don't really know, because it feels like you're not supposed to click give up. Or report. Am I supposed to click report? Is that what I'm supposed to do? You know who the criminal is, so who's your suspect? Well no. The Raven Boy, is it? You have real proof, yes? First, explain the reason you discounted the original suspect. What refutes Cooper's involvement? Testimony. He heard the sound from outside. When the loud sound was heard, he said he was still outside. If that was the sound of the crime being committed, then we can remove Cooper from the list of suspects. That's just their interpretation. We're just supposed to accept it, go ask around more and come back when we can prove it. Understood. What? So we need proof that he wasn't here. Sorry to hear that. That's not pretty rough. Putting that aside, sir, what did you do after lunch? After lunch, Harry and I immediately went to examine the place my speech is to be held at. Harry some other business. Left right after lunch. That's all I need to hear. But that's the same thing we heard before. Harry was there too. Yes, he was already there, just bring Cooper showed up. Then I asked Harry to show him to the hotel. He said Dennis, sure. So then Estelle, there's no connection between the sound Mary heard and Harriet. Yeah, not just Harriet, but Cooper seems to declare too. The sound Mary heard was just after the bell finished ringing, but both men can prove they were with Norman at the time. In other words, whoever made that sound was neither Harriet nor Cooper. This virtually eliminates any chance of them being the criminal. That has to be enough, right? Raven Boy says, fact, he has a solid alibi. Cooper was outside when that sound was heard. Norman's testimony corroborates this, so we can say for sure it was accurate. If that's the sound of the crime being committed, then there's a very small chance Cooper is the criminal. That's a logical interpretation. And the same thing also absolves Harry of any suspicion. Yeah, it does. Harry met up with Norman, so we're sure. Next, you need to explain this suspect's crime. What kind of proof do you have? He has no alibi. The proof is his alibi. I have valuable testimony that refutes his alibi. Cooper and Harry have already been cleared as the culprits, so this person remains as the final possibility. Yes, it does look that way by process of elimination. Ultimately though, that's nothing but circumstantial evidence. Do you have any more decisive proof? He knew about the special paella. I don't know if it's decisive, but something did bother me, and that's the testimony about the special paella. And what's this about? Yes, so Belden testified that he ate lunch on the first floor, but somehow he saw the paella Norman ate. He even knew that Norman barely ate it. In other words, he went to the second floor. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Alright, I'm satisfied. In this case, we'll have to call him in and hear what he has to say first. We can't go straight to an arrest with the proof we have on hand. Okay, got it. What? Why did you call me? I didn't do anything. Now calm down. Nothing's been decided here. If you can help out with the investigation, you can go home right after. Help? Yeah, we just want you to be frank with us. Where did you go after lunch? Like I said, I was in the basement. Just to warn you, as long as you keep lying, you're not getting out of here. You weren't in the basement the whole time. We already know that. If you didn't do anything wrong, then you should be able to be honest and tell the truth. Or is the truth too scary to admit? Final talk. Today after lunch, I went to the office. I went to go clean up. Clean up? So the person who returned the plates to the front was... yeah, it was me. Everyone seemed busy, so I figured I'd clean up. When I was cleaning up, I thought I'd tidy the office, but... I didn't think that'd happen. Huh? Hold on, you're not making sense. You just cleaned up after, right? What does that have to do with the case? I got an idea. Yeah, actually... I see. I understand Belden came to this room to clean, but I'm not sure how that correlates. What does that have to do with the assault on the elf? That has a lot to do with it. Well, let's hear him say it himself. Go on, explain. Yeah. Well, once I finished cleaning the room, I thought I'd head back. But since I tidied up a lot of stuff, the room was real dusty. I thought I'd open the balcony door to air it out, but my hands were full of plates. I didn't have any choice, so I kicked the door as hard as I could. Wait, you mean the door? Yep, it's exactly what you think. The door that the criminal knocked out. The door is the criminal that knocked out the elf. The door flying open slammed right into the back of your head. In other words, the truth of the case is an unlucky accident. What, so then... I'm innocent, right? Seems like it. Man, oh man, finally free and clear. Still, what a mess. Why didn't you volunteer this information at the beginning? If you just told us the truth, things wouldn't have gotten nearly this far. I'm sorry. Come on, he's telling the truth now. Give him a break, okay? He had the courage to talk about it in the end, so everything worked out. As the victim here, I'd just like to forgive and forget. It's already clear that this was all a misunderstanding. Of course, I'd like him to be a bit more careful opening doors in the future, if he could. Also, I'm really sorry. And you too, Cooper. You almost got turned into a criminal. You don't need to worry about me. I'm in the clear, and that's good enough for me. Well, that settles things. Thank goodness. And that is our report. Bracers, I'm sorry for today. It seems we've taken up a great deal of your time over just a big mistake. No, don't worry about it. This is a part of the job too. Well done, pardon us. Thank you guys so much. Really, I'm very sorry. Take care. That's a long and confusing quest, I'd like to say. That took a while. Phew, well that's done and over with, finally. I wouldn't have dreamed it would end like that though. Truth is always stranger than fiction. However, as your valued assistant, I take great pride in our completion of this most puzzling assignment. You didn't do a damn thing. Oh, but I really appreciate your help, Chloe. You gave a ton of good advice. It was a big help during the investigation. I'm always happy to help. There's no need to thank me though, Estelle. Right, I guess you two are our sports staff already, aren't you? Indeed. I'll have you do what needs to be done. Alright, let's head out. Next up is the Science region. Vest complete. F+ rank. Report out. Are we supposed to walk? Or are we supposed to take an airline? Did they say that? I don't remember with all this investigation. Maybe we should actually not upgrade now. I was thinking we could, but... Is there any we didn't get here? No. Okay. Well, let's look at upgrading and stuff when we get to size. I just don't know if we need to go to the landing port or not. There used to be a lot more energy here too. You see stands and little stalls all over. The kids in the harbor are all working hard for the selection, it seems, but I suppose we'll never see that again. I think we're supposed to go with the airship. I think last time was a bit of an exception as part of our racer training duties. Welcome. You're the group of bracers heading for size, yes? That's right. We just got word from Jean. The guild's already paid your fares. Would you like to check in now, or...? You'd best stay here and wait for the ship once we're checked in. Are you sure you've done everything you want to do here in Rouen? Yeah. Alright. Just a little bit of paperwork for you to fill out first, if you don't mind. Sure. The sales group checked in for their flight. Okay, no problems, it looks like. Feel free to make use of the port until the next flight arrives. Thanks. Alrighty then, off we go. Yes, let's. Hey, wait a sec! The kids? What are you all doing here? You can't say bye-bye. Man, you guys are cold. Just taking off without saying anything to us? You guys are meanie faces, the worst kind. Miss Chloe, why do you have to go? I'm sorry, everyone. I was going to say goodbye, but we thought you were all out. I get it. They were out coming to Rouen. I feel kinda silly now. Hang on though, that means Matron Teresa's. I'm glad to see we've made it in time. Matron Teresa, even Jill and Hans came. Well done, I could miss this. Got it kinda close though. Thanks to the fact that you wanted to wait until the last second to keep it a surprise, Jill. Hey, it's all well that ends well, right? Actually, it was Jill who let us know you were leaving. I thought it would be nice if we could see you off. And pay no mind to the old man in the corner. Oh, sir. Hey, Estelle. I heard that Joshua ran away from home. Rita and Teresa told us what happened. I see. I'm sorry, I should have told you all. No, it's okay. Well, we'll pray that Joshua comes home real soon. We'll pray to Adios every day. Promise. I'll pray too. It'll come true if we all do. Guys. Oh, children, thank you. I'll throw my prayers into the file too. Estelle, Chloe, you two be careful, okay? You do need to try your best. Don't overdo it and put yourself in danger. If something happened to you, I don't think he'd ever forgive himself. Jill, Hans. Yeah, I'll remember that. Estelle, please look after Chloe. I know she seems strong, but she's still a little fragile in some ways. Matron, I'm right here, you know. Haha, leave her to me. I kind of suspect she's going to be helping us out more than anything though. Well, Chloe, use this as a chance to examine yourself and your desires. Don't fret, simply look for the answer you've been seeking. Yes, I will, I promise. Bracers and students both aspire to the path of knowledge in their own ways. You two have grown immensely in the short amount of time you've been here. Always remember, you never run out of things to learn. Do not become so overconfident that you forget to learn. If you remember that, there is no obstacle in the world that cannot defeat you. That can defeat you, not cannot. That would mean losing. We'll remember. Yes, sir. This is the final boarding call for the Cecilia bound for Versailles. All remaining passengers should embark now. Whoops. See you guys. We'll be back. I promise. Everyone take care. Be careful, guys. You better come back with some great stories. And bring Joshua back with you. Make a little save here. Everyone may be focused on their local election problems, but the rest of the kingdom's talking about the signing ceremony. After all, we're signing a non-aggression pact with the same country that we fought for 3 months of bloody slaughter just a decade ago. I hope it will finally melt the ice a little between our two nations. Thank goodness, that passenger has finally quieted down. I thought I was going to have to step in and brain him with his instrument. Until a little while ago, he was playing some very bright tunes on his lute. He even forced me to duet with him. He takes all kinds, I guess, including pushy kinds. Estelle, enjoying our flight through the heavens. Look, gaze upon this magnificent azure sky. Oh, but there is nothing better to drink to. Well, the weather's great and the sky's pretty, but we're almost to size, Olivier. Should you really be drinking? Oh, come now, don't say that. Somewhere beneath this brilliant sky is my beloved Joshua. The pain he must be feeling on his solitary journey. Such thoughts drive a man to drink, you see. Excuse me, but that is entirely and exclusively my line. At least things never got too serious with you around. I guess that's a good thing. Kinda. Maybe. I shall take that as the highest praise. I am relieved, however. Huh? The Black Fang. I had wondered if the words of the Phantom Thief had shaken you. I see you had no cause to be concerned, however. You have a will of iron, Estelle. Oh. You were worried about me, Olivier. That's kinda sweet. Remember, I am a wandering bard and poet, ever in search of that pinnacle of human affection. Maidens in love shall find no greater ally than I. Well... please. I do not need a staffing today. I promise, I was not teasing you. I actually find your relationship heartwarming. Those new clothes of yours, for example. You purchased them because you wished for Joshua to see you in them, yes? You look excellent in them, I must say. Thanks. What's with the embarrassing compliment all of a sudden? Besides, Shara got me these clothes as a present. Joshua, well, maybe he'd like them. A little. What's with that look? Forgive me. That was just more than I expected. Let us leave that topic behind for a while then. Come, Estelle. I shall treat you to a legal cocktail. I guess it is a bit tempting, but we're nearly to size. Try not to drink the whole bar yourself, Olivier, or you'll pass out and miss our stop. Ha, don't you worry. I only lose myself in drink when it is poured by a lovely lady. You realize that's not something to brag about, right? Alright, we got a spammer in the chat, so I had to eliminate them. They are now gone. Purged. On that note, Estelle, would you like to read a certain book? It's very interesting, although it is banned in Erebonia. A band. If you're trying to push smut on me, Olivier, I swear to idiots. Not at all. It is a pleasant novel set in the Calvin Republic. But alas, our noble imperial overlords have deemed it improper for education, so you cannot find it in the Empire's borders. I see. The Empire's kind of a hard place to live, huh? I heard reports of its quality, and now I've finally had a chance to read it. Everything I heard was true. It is a most excellent reading. Huh, neat. What kind of story is it? See for yourself. I'm quite done with it, so go ahead and take it. Really? Cool, thanks. Gambler Jack, Volume 3. Chapter 3, Challenge at High Noon. Jack and the girl moved over to a table in the back. Unlike the other pitted and sticky furniture, this table was smooth and polished to shine and seemed meant for gambling. Without a word, both took their seats. Jack sat against the wall, and the girl faced him straight on. The other patrons were captivated, helplessly fascinated by the match. They snuck glances at the pair, ears straining to listen in. The bar filled with fidgety silence. The girl's game of choice was poker. Jack accepted wordlessly. After a brief exchange to confirm the terms of the challenge, they settled on bets. It was to be 100 mira a hand, not even enough to buy a beer, but Jack considered that a fair match for a match against a kid, and said as much. The dealer was the small fry punk from before. Jack gave him a quick eye signal. First hand. Both discarded just one card. Jack called, and the girl stood. Jack had 2 pairs. The girl had just one. Jack was the winner. Haha, sorry little missy, he drawled. He raised his glass to her and downed the amber liquid in a single decisive gulp. Second hand. Both discarded just one card. Perhaps trying to look confident, Jack let out a big clear sigh. The girl called and Jack stood. The girl had 2 pairs. Jack had the same. But the girl told the tale. The girl's hand had the high card. It was the girl's win. What? Jack exclaimed. His hand that had been toying with the glass froze. Immediately he glanced over at the punk who was dealing. The other man avoided his gaze. Something wrong? The girl asked. Her words were even and her face betrayed nothing. No, forget it, he said. Had she swapped out some cards? The game suddenly took on a new angle. The look on Jack's face changed instantly. Lightly clearing his throat, Jack put the glass back on the table with his left hand. Then once more he cleared his throat. Dealer, recognizing the signal, picked up the cards again. It was the code for deal normally next round. Third hand. As expected, each discarded just one card. Jack called and the girl stood. Jack's hand was a full house. How about that, he crowed. With a flourish, Jack laid out his cards on the table. The bar patrons snickered into their cups. The girl set down her own cards without a word. 4 sevens. It was the girl's win. The bar once again returned to silence. Gambler Jack losing. Okay, let's look at more. Yes, ma'am, we've already spoken to the head of the central factory. All we need now is a contract to move the ordnance. Simon, you made right choice to secure the ordnance, yes? We must make sure those ducks are all in a row before the Imperial traders start arriving. Ruan may be all excited about their mayoral election, but okay, so Size, you know the place we're heading to now, doesn't even have a mayor. Instead, the head of their central factory fulfills the mayoral duties for the city and region. Perfect system for an industrial city like that, if you ask me. Let's go check downstairs. Okay, deep breaths. I need to ready my camera before we land. My one and only chance to get a picture will be when we're landing. Hello, what is it? The skies are calm and we should be arriving on schedule. Please relax and enjoy the voyage. Adjust course slightly. I think the stern of the ship is being dragged to the north slightly. Affirmative. Changing course. Hello, ma'am. Need a hand with something? This is the cargo room. It's dangerous down here, so watch yourself. Keeps running. Check outside before we go up. Oh, this sucks. You can't see Leyston Fortress from here. I guess they wouldn't let a passenger ship near the airspace though, would they? Who cares about moving stairs? I want to see the hot springs. I heard it's like one huge bath. I heard that size of stairs that move. Moving stairs. I want to ride them. Now, that's enough running around. You're bothering the other passengers. Oh, hi Estelle. Taking a walk around the ship? Yeah, pretty much. Oh yeah, Chloe. What do you do when you need to go back to Gransel? Do you get the Royal Guard to fly you there? No, of course not. That would be a little obvious. I just use normal flights like anyone else. I usually go back twice a year, once for New Year's and once for my grandmother's birthday. So you're kinda used to passenger flight, huh? Oh, but what does Sieg do then? Does he fly along at his own pace to the capital? Oh well. Sieg, come here. Huh? Whoa. Screet. Sorry, I'm just calling you for a moment. Well, that was a surprise. So Sieg can follow the ship? Cool. Screet. Sieg can fly level at speeds of up to 1800 cells per hour. Most airships cruise at around half that. So to think this isn't much faster than an evening stroll. I see. You really are better than the average Falcon, aren't you, Sieg? Great. Sieg's speed is the reason he's so useful for contacting the Royal Guard. If for some reason I can't use powered communication, nothing in the country can carry a message faster than Sieg. I thought so. I remember how fast you got in touch with Julia during that thing with the mayor. The wind feels so nice. With the weather like this, ice is going to be lovely. Go upstairs. Currently to our right, this is the tightest bay, the Liberal's Gate to the Great Sea. While it's currently slightly cloudy, you should be able to see the coastline. I'm heading home to Sice. I haven't had a chance to rest in a while, been working all the time. Once I get home, I just want to kick back and relax for a while. Apparently that non-aggression pact is being signed at the Herb Royal Villa. Speaking of, that makes me think of that whole mess with Richard. Of course, last I heard he's still in the stockade at Leicester Fortress, under guard 24/7. They say that 3 nations are going to be signing a non-aggression pact soon. I'm impressed with Green Alesia bringing both the Empire and the Republic to the same table like that. I suppose the non-aggression pact is a good thing. My own feelings towards Erebonia are complicated to say the least. After all this time though, it's for the best to reconcile. Hello Estelle, looking around the ship again. Pretty much. I never rode airships much before now, so it's all kinda new to me still. I remember my first work trips on them, and getting all excited too. I'd never ridden an airship before in all my travels. I guess the circus didn't use airships much, huh? Did you guys ride around in orbital-powered carriages then? No, most of our carriages were of the single horsepower variety. Mr. Harvey did have an old orbital drive carriage though. Okay. Now that I think about it, whenever your trip visited, you guys were in a lot of covered wagons. You remember? You touched your teacher's heart, my dear, sweet Estelle. Anyway, airships are still fairly uncommon outside of Liberl, as I understand it, especially as civilian vehicles. Most of the countries prefer orbital-driven ground-based transports. The Erebonians favor orbital-driven trains, and have pretty large rail systems connecting their major cities. And our Calverdian neighbors use orbital buses. Orbital buses? What kind of vehicle is a bus? A bus is basically a very large orbital carriage. It's a little like an airship. You pay in advance and it'll take you from place to place. It isn't nearly as fast as an airship, but the pace is gentler. They're easy to maintain and they're quite pleasant. Huh, neato. I kinda want to ride one now. Speaking of which, Sherry, you've been to Calvert, right? I heard you met Sin then. Come on, I gotta hear the story. There's not that much to it, I'm afraid. I was on an errand for Cassius. He needed me to deliver a document to Calvert's eastern quarter. That's where I first met Sin. I see. I gotta admit, I can't imagine what a town full of Easterns would be like. It was exciting, very different culturally and exotic. You should visit if you get a chance. Well, Size is up next, so we'll be getting off soon. Don't want to run too much, or you may miss when we disembark. Thank you for flying with us today. We'll be arriving in Size momentarily. Please be aware that there may be turbulence while landing, so we ask that all passengers take their seats. Okay, first stop for us should be the guild house here in Sice. We need to check in with Kilika. Kilika, our rather exotic name for the girl. It sounds Eastern. What kind of woman is she, I wonder? You never give up, do you? To put it simply, capable. She's a flawless administrator and she's also a very accomplished martial artist. She's also quite lovely, but she doesn't have time for frippery. I would advise caution, my dear Lenheim. Now my interest is positively piqued. What are we waiting for then? Let us away too. Huh? Is this the Fury of Kilika? Would you give it a rest already? It's an earthquake. Ah, help! The dock is going to collapse! Run for your lives! Everyone please calm down. Fort is designed to endure high magnitude earthquakes. It can easily handle one of this small. Please don't panic. Stopped. Phew, thank Adius that's over. Everyone, please come to the reception in an orderly fashion. Let's not panic. Oh man, it's been a while since I was in an earthquake. That was so cool! That was a great way of getting welcome to size. It wasn't very strong, but attention, world. Please wait until I'm not on scaffolding before you shake again. Love, Estelle. I found that a little true. It's rare for us to get an earthquake in Liberl, though. Really? Chloe's right. Earthquakes are very unusual here. Now we really need to check in at the guild house to see what the damage is. But there was no serious damage to the central factory. Thank goodness. The city has also remained calm for the most part. I believe there's little to worry about on that front. Yes, I understand. Please continue to do what you can. Farewell. Your timing is quite serendipitous. Thank you for coming, Estelle, Charizard. I imagine your welcome at the port was quite warm. Yeah, kinda. It's been a while, Celica. As always, you're 2 steps ahead of everyone. It's good to see you again, Celica. Likewise, I'm glad to see you here. And you two would be Olivia Lindheim and Her Highness Princess Claudia, I believe. Shall I say Miss Chloe Rins? I'm Celica. I handle reception here at the Size branch of the guild. A pleasure to meet you two. No, the pleasure is ours. My word, but your beauty eclipses even what I expected. Madam, allow your humble servant Olivia Lindheim to improvise a song that... According to Jean, you've both officially registered as assistants, yes? Assistants are free to use the rest area upstairs, just as normal places do. Free to use it to relax, for meetings, etc. Thank you. Yes, but if you wish to play your lute, you're welcome to play it upstairs. Do restrain yourself to reasonable limits, however, if you please. Yes, ma'am. I think Celica might be even harder on Olivia than Shara. But putting aside our repressed musician for now, how's the job situation looking? Are we snowed under? We do have some work posted, but nothing urgent at the moment. You're welcome to attend to it as you see fit. But, Huh? What's up, Celica? You look like you're thinking about something. This is not a normal job, but a request from the guild. In your position as the group investigating the Society for our boroughs, I'd like you to check on something. Check on something? This is a bit sudden. What do you mean? Exactly what you might expect. I want to investigate the earthquake that just happened. Investigate the earthquake? You mean like go around asking about the damage? Well, sure, but what does... Well, yes, that as well, but however, 3 days ago, a similar earthquake occurred at the Wolf Fort. It lasted about 10 seconds, and the quake was not strong enough to cause any real damage. 2 earthquakes then. That's worrying. There's one particularly odd point, however. The earthquake at Wolf Fort did not affect the city of Size. Wait, huh? Well, that is strange. If I recall the map correctly, the Wolf Fort is not far from the city. An earthquake centered there certainly should have been felt here in the city, to at least a small extent. It was a weak quake, so it is possible we simply did not notice. Still, your friend is right. It does seem unusual, unnatural. I cannot help but feel a terrible sense of foreboding about it. No, I think I get it. Just like with our ghost weird stuff, like this makes me curious too. We're happy to do what we can, Celica. We should begin by asking around the city and the fort, I think. Yes, I'll be counting on you. Mr. Murdoch is already gathering information about the quake in the city, however. I expect it'll be thorough, so you don't need to worry about the city. Okay then, so off to Wolf Fort. Well, ultimately, this is just my personal suspicion. Remember, it's nothing urgent. Feel free to investigate as you see fit while working on other jobs. Besides, I believe you have someone to say hello to, yes? Yeah. It's our new gospel too, so we really should go see Tita and Professor Russell. That seems like a good idea, yes. Let us delay our guild work until we say hello then. Come, let us reunite with Tita with joyful hugs. I'd kindly ask you not to hug anybody, thanks. Still, let's head over to Professor Russell's place. The stolen sign. Someone has stolen the branch office sign. We are currently investigating its whereabouts. Training assistants. 2 bracers, outright. At Laser Fortress, we are holding a short-term special training program. As such, we'd like to ask the winners of the martial arts competition to participate. If you're able to join, report immediately to Laser Fortress. Recruiting testers for a new gun. Read over the requirements below and then please come to me. This details will be explained on the workshop on the 3rd floor of the central factory. Application requirements. Experience with orbital guns. Skill, confidence with shooting. No particular preference in weapon maker. Validate a tunnel monster and a threat planes monster. Teams had a look at the bulletin board. Will you help with the investigation too? I mean, I don't see why we wouldn't. Yeah, that's the idea. So by the sign, do you mean the sign with the crest that hangs outside the branch? Yes, that sign was stolen. There's no particular practical problem as is, but the emblem is the symbol of the guild's mission and duty. With that stolen, we can't just sit quietly. I see. Yeah, kinda hard to ignore that. Really, it looks like someone doesn't think much of us. What's the series of events? It was discovered yesterday around noon by Branch Breezer Wong. When he came back to the report, he realized the sign was missing. We think that the crime happened during the day then. I was away at time on other business, but a worker in front of the branch witnessed it. It seems the criminal was a person in disguise. Disguise? Estelle, could it be? No way. It seems you have a suspicion. How about this? Beauteous princess and her companions, the soul of gathered heroes is in my hand. Should you desire its release, you must defeat my curse. The first key is in the city. Search the back of the 40-year-old man. This card was sent shortly after the crime was discovered. From the content, I assume it's declaring responsibility for the crime. It seems it is certain. I knew it. It's him. By him, I assume you mean Phantom Thief Blue Blanc. I've heard about the events in Rouen from Jane. I suppose this case marks a challenge from Phantom Thief B. Interesting. It is a challenge from none other than my rival. Of course I shall accept. I don't know, it seems one-sided, yeah? True, it is a very selfish challenge. We have to accept it though. Anyway, let's start our investigation with what the card says. Let's see, the card's words, in the city, and the back of the 40-year-old man, huh? If we take it straight as it is, I guess we gotta look for an older guy. Certainly looking at it in a literal sense, it would mean that, but after the case at the school, I think it's clear that it won't be so straightforward. Thus the messages were all metaphors, weren't they? I wonder if this one is too. Well, who knows? There's no point in worrying about it though. Let's start investigating the city. Yes, I think that's the only real option. Well then, I'll expect good results. Leave it to us. Let's be off. Hey, it's been a while. Do you remember me? Of course! You're wrong with the size brands. Thanks. Glad we got to meet again. Looks like you managed to get promoted to a full bracer, huh? Congrats. With your skills I expected nothing less. Thank you. But I'm still in training. I got a lot to learn still. Never forget the attitude of a beginner, huh? Pretty admirable sentiment. I hope I can follow your example. Incidentally, did you know Gondolf is out on the job? Yeah, I heard from Jean. He came to Sizing Park to help pitch in while he's gone. Ah, gotcha. Thanks, that'll be a big help. Sorry for the trouble, but I hope you'll help out around here for a while. Sure, Sard. Looking forward to working with you as well. Yes, same here. I'll help out as best I can. Well done. Let's all work together and do our best. Make a little save here. Let's look around the city as we normally do. There don't seem to be any aftershocks, so I bet my store's okay, but still, earthquakes. How rare. We certainly don't get many of those in LeBearl. Let's look around first, outside, and then we'll go through buildings and stuff. It seems the city's clock is still right on point. It's been 40 years since it was built too. What a sturdy clock. Almost like Russell himself. Oh crap, my perfect display of goods is all messed up now. Thanks a lot, Earthquake. I'm not gonna forget this. I came to buy some canned goods, but apparently they're being adjusted and I can't look at them. What the heck is there to adjust about canned goods? The looks of it, there's no real damage to the town. But I'm sure that the small shaker didn't do much to the central factory either. The only real damage is people using the earthquake as an excuse to skip work. Guess that's it for... no, wait. It shook a bit, but it seems like it's settled now. When I went to the wolf fort a bit ago, there was a tiny little earthquake. Didn't do nothing but jiggle my midsection. That one was a smaller earthquake than this just now though. And let's go through the normal houses then. Might not be much to see, but all done. The flower beds are safe now. There might be another, so I'd like to set them up so they won't collapse. If I'm going to do that, I might as well change their position. That was an earthquake. First time I ever felt one. What incredible energy. I hate earthquakes. I hate it when the floor under my feet shakes. It's terrifying. Naturally, I don't ride airships for the same reason. That was a surprise at the port. I got a bit worked out and let out a little scream. As someone affiliated with the airship business, that's a bit embarrassing. Hey, welcome. Welcome to Stein Arms and Guards. That earthquake was a shock, but I'm not that fussed. Earthquakes are just a natural phenomenon. Oh my god, not again. I can't say this word. Phenomenon. That periodical occur. That's it. I would hope that the people of this technology town would respond a bit more calmly. Was there anything up here? No. Just look through your shop. Seems like we've got some upgrades. We should probably get these. Might not need these. Get this for... Get this. We're not getting the gun because I think Olivier will use the herbal gun we're getting from the request. Oh, I just went to the same store. Let's get into the general store. Welcome to Bell Station General Goods. I refuse to give in to any earthquakes, so we're open for business today too. The Burn News Issue 3. Soft knit cap. Don't think we need this. Cat. I feel like this is something we're gonna need. Didn't we have something related in the previous place? Also, let's equip the weapons we just got. Impact Roll and Chloe Sinclair. I never want to experience another earthquake. I just can't calm down. The ground feels like it could shake again at any time. Today I should probably spend some serious time praying. It's called quake when the ground rumbles. Did you know that? Hotel? Welcome to Sandrod Hotel. I was surprised by the earthquake, but it really has been a while. They're quite rare, so you needn't worry. We going back here? No. Welcome. Ooh, the ground still feels like it's shaking. It's scary, I can't work. An earthquake, how rare. Of course, as a reporter with the Liberal News, I'm going to follow up on this. While I'm here checking out the new model engine, I'll also collect opinions from the brains around the factory. That reminds me, we should read the article. This one. Okay, through an election. Clash of candidates. Conflict between camps boils over. With election day drawing closer, the race in Rouen is only getting hotter. Tensions finally boiled over into a near brawl between supporters. Thankfully, the conflict, rumored to stem from an argument between camps, didn't come to physical blows. Debates are one thing, but we urge the candidates and their supporters to respect one another and reflect on this. Candidates need to compromise. Behind the incident lies a deepening opposition between supporters. Some level of antagonism is unfortunately to be expected given the passionate platforms. But brawling is unworthy of any future leader. Reflection and compromise is the mature answer. Saved by the loot? A mob of angry supporters on the edge of the violence calmed by the sound of a lute. It seemed a certain musician was playing nearby. Perhaps music does suit the savage beast. Society. Ghosts in ruin. Saw a white shadow that danced in the night sky. Amidst the fervor of the election, ghost sightings like this became quite common in the region for a time, according to the reports. The Bracer Guild was sent in to investigate and determined the sightings to be a pointless prank. The culprit is still at large, but the equipment used has been confiscated, so citizens can rest easy now without fear of the ghost reappearing. Foreign Affairs, Royal Villa to host signing. According to an announcement from the Foreign Affairs Division, the signing ceremony is to be held at the Royal Villa. The ceremony is slated for the end of the month, and the army appears to be ramping up any security operations in preparation for the event. Breaking news, earthquakes in sight. Early yesterday there was an earthquake reported in the vicinity of the Wolf Fort. The quake was of short duration, no damage was reported. There. Did we go in here? No. Everyone's in here either. Ooh, it's been a while since an earthquake hit. At first I thought maybe Professor Russell had done something again. All these books fell down in the earthquake. It's all because my sister didn't put them away like she should have. Going to the bar. Yikes, that shook more than I expected. Pretty scary. Oh yeah, Louise said she'd be going into work today. I hope there wasn't any damage at the central factory. Oh hey, aren't you? Yeah, you're the Bracers who brought me that a curved big tomato. Ah, you remember us. You bet I do, I owe you a lot. My bitter tomato cooking is pretty popular now. Seriously? You're kidding, right? No kidding, right? Those researchers can't get enough of it. It's got a rep for being the best cure for level fatigue. You can imagine why scientists would be all over that kind of thing. I don't know. I still struggle to understand how the benefits would outweigh a flavor like that. Hey, since you're here, give my new recipe a try. What do you say? It's my treat, of course. Eat some of my super nutritious cooking and keep up the good work, and you'll go far. I guarantee it. Catch you later. Looking forward to your business. Fruit Kingdom we're gonna get. Got this one for free, so that's nice. 3 entire recipes from this guy. Okay, I guess that's it. Unless there was... Oh, the church. Chapel, rather. Phew, that earthquake a bit ago sure was a shock, literally. I was on the job and I ran into this church without even thinking. So small, that was an earthquake without question. I think it might be my first time since coming to the city. Hello. Ah, Father Vixen. Thank you so much for when Agate was hurt before. Hurt? Wait, when did this happen? Yeah, he got hit with a poisoned bullet by one of those intelligence goons a while back. I was in a pretty bad way. It was a close call, but Father Vixen saved him. Well, I just helped a little at the end, really. Incidentally, is he well? Ah, he's totally fine. He's working on some other cases at the moment, though. I hope he isn't pushing himself too hard again. He was saved by the will of the goddess. It means he still has an important mission to perform. Oh, pardon me. I'm afraid I was about to turn into a lecture. Please feel free to drop by anytime. If I can be of aid, I will happily provide it. Alright, thank you. Your concern is appreciated. As I think it's... Wait, do we need to... No, that's that way. First orbally powered clock, made in year 1162 of the Septian calendar by Session manufacturers. Ah, holy crap! Did you find something? Yeah, you can say that. there's no doubt about it. That's his card. So what's written on it? 1 second. Beauteous princess and her companions, that which you seek is yet far off. Your second key is in the central factory. Search within the wisest one. And that's it for our next hint. I see, our next stop is the central factory. Yeah, we know the place, but who do you think this wisest one is? It's not Professor Russell, right? Whoever it is, we know where our next clue can be found at least. Let's go see what we can find. Let's be off. Yeah, let's go. Let's... Why do I feel like there was a drink stand or something in this? Maybe I'm misremembering. Oh, maybe it's up here. Up this way is the central factory, huh? First let's go check in at the professor's place. I don't wanna. What if we use the proper elevator? Okay. If you force me, I guess we're going to Tita. Are Professor Russell and Tita even in? From what I know of Russell, it wouldn't surprise me if he's at the central factory. Grandpa, the second floor is cleaned up. Thank you, Tita. Could you organize the parts next? Okay. I don't think we have to worry about finding them. Come on then. We're checking upstairs first. What secrets do you have? Nothing. Working hard, Tita. Hi, Shara. Hi, what brings you here? Wait, I remember you. Cassie's Bright's apprentice, right? It's been a while, you two. It's really a bit of a mess in here. Is it because of the earthquake? Yeah, sorry. Hi, everyone. What? Sorry I haven't been in touch. Estelle, hello? Estelle! What? Tita, what's... It's really you. I thought you were gone forever. Wait, hang on. Gone forever? I never do that. But I heard Joshua ran away. And then you left the country? I thought I was never gonna see you again. Oh, Tita. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have left you without saying anything. As I recall, Cassie sent you off to that bracer school in Lehman, didn't he? When did you get home? I got back just a little while ago. I was working in Ruan after getting back. I only just arrived in size. I see. Well, welcome back. Ah, wait, the two with you. Hello, Professor Tita. I'm sorry I've been out of touch as well. Pardon our intrusion, good sir. Chloe, Olivier, everyone's here. This is wonderful. You're helping us with our investigation. A lot of stuff happened in Ruan. Well, let's get comfortable and hear the story, eh? Come, I'll show you to the living room. The true force behind the coup is on the move again. They had another gospel with them? Troubling. A holographic projector that can show an image all the way across the region? How is that even possible? Well, the concept of a projected holograph is nothing new. I've been kicking around ideas for pulling it off myself even. But a device that can project a lifelike, three-dimensional image great distances away from its origin point? I can scarcely even imagine the physics behind such a thing. That weirdo we fought said something about an experiment with a new gospel. It did seem bigger than the one from before, but they didn't stop our orbits. Say, on that note, how is the gospel we captured a while ago? Have you made any progress in analyzing it? About that, the more I investigate that little enigma, the stranger it gets. Stranger? Yes, let me start at the end actually. I'm convinced the orbital shutdown phenomenon is not a function of the device itself. What? But that black orbit has stopped other orbits dead in their tracks. We've seen it, Professor. You've seen orbits stop in their presence. That isn't quite the same thing, my lady. No matter how I look at it though, the quartz in the device simply cannot actually do that. It can certainly warp orbital fields. Oh, how it can do that, but suppress them? No. Warp orbital fields. A orbital field refers to the electromagnetic field generated by an individual orbital device. With normal orbits, you can describe an orbital field by drawing its field lines, and those follow very specific rules. When Gardenpath tested the Gospel though, its field didn't obey those rules at all. This is getting a little above my pretty little head, I'm afraid. Yeah, afraid not much is registering. In layman's terms, it's a warped orbital field that doesn't obey the laws of such things as we understand them. Regardless of that though, ultimately an orbital field amounts to nothing more than orbital energy in an area. Unless you were to apply very specific direction and purpose to them, you shouldn't get the orbital shutdown phenomenon effect regardless. To be honest, I've been utterly stuck on this, but with your report of this holographic business, I may have an idea. Thank you for letting me know. Well, I'm not sure how that was useful, but you're welcome. The Royal Army has custody of the device the Ouroboros agents use. I'm sure they'll let you have a look at it if you contact them. I may just do that. Speaking of which, what are you going to be up to now? Will you be working in size for a while? Oh yeah, about that. Estelle explained the situation concerning the guild's request to investigate the earthquakes. Ah, so Kilika thinks the earthquakes. Well, it's true that the earthquakes are rare here in the Burl. And she is correct about the earthquake at the Wolf Fort. 3 days ago. I think Miss Kilika is right. I don't remember Size getting any tremors at all. That is kinda weird. Well, it's a natural phenomenon, so I kinda doubt the society's involved. It's still pretty weird though, and we'd like to figure out what's going on. Indeed. Earthquakes. I wonder if it would be useful. Let me guess, Professor. You have an old invention in the toolbox which may help. I do have something in mind. But then how would we transmit the data back here using and then hook it into the Keppel, of course. Ah yes, it worked perfectly. Professor Russell, could you keep the rest of us in the loop? Ah, don't worry. I need to check a few things regardless before we start. I'd recommend heading to the Wolf Fort and learn from them what happened. I'll see about preparing you a little something useful for when you get back. Well, I definitely won't say no, but what little something are we talking about here? Ha, that spoiled the surprise. Just you wait. Now if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to the central factory. Decide to browbeat Murdoch into going along. Tila, would you mind helping your grandpa? Maybe. Estelle, I'm sorry. We finally meet again after so long and... It's okay, don't worry. I'm just happy I got to see you again. We'll be inside for a good long time, so I'm sure we'll have a chance to spend some more time together. Estelle, yeah, I can't wait. I'm sorry we couldn't give you much of a welcome. Don't worry, Tila. We'll stop by again if the chance comes up, Tila. Perhaps on that day I too can be greeted with such moist, welcoming eyes. And on that day we'll have 2 black eyes. See you later. We'll contact the guild once we're ready. Well, those two haven't changed at all. Yes, Tila hasn't lost any of her adorableness. I was having to fight the urge to just pick her up and hug her. Indeed. A lost little girl being swept up into the arms of a loving, brotherly minstrel after ages of separation. Such a dramatic scene. The thought makes my heart swell. If you try to grab her out of the blue like that, I'd have to arrest you for abduction, you nitwit. To be honest, I understand what Charizard means. Tila's the kind of girl you wish was your little sister. I envy you still. Hey Chloe, cut it out. Well, don't worry, everyone will get to know her soon enough, except for Olivier maybe. Still, an arrow to my heart. All's fair in love and siblings, my dear Lenheim. Now then, let's get started on our guild business, You're right, we should. Let's make our way over to the Wolf Fort while we work on those other jobs. Anything to see in here? Maybe not. Now then, I think we can go to... here. Oh. Thank goodness, all my stock is safe. I haven't been so surprised in ages. Phew. Anyway, I just saw the shaking started after we docked. If things got a peer ship when descending, there's not much we pilots can do. I bet the guys piloting the scheduled liners sweat over that way more than me. Phew, that earthquake was quite a shock. Well, when you're shocked, you should have something to drink and calm down. So how about a cold drink? Premium herb tea. let's get that. We can check out the landing port. Phew, that was freaky. Felt like everyone lost their damn mind. While me jumping in helped prevent things from getting worse, thankfully. I'm still feeling the shakes. My heart's about to jump right out of my chest. That was way too scary. Still, you know what? Now's not the time to be scared of some measly earthquake. I gotta find a position to take photos before the next airship arrives. Ever since that earthquake, we've been doubling down on checking over the facilities. Even if there isn't any obvious damage, we can't get careless. Let's enter the factory. Simon, if you rattle by a tiny thing like an earthquake, there's no hope for your negotiations. Keep together, will you? My legs, they still kind of feel like they're shaking. It's okay, I'm okay. Deep breaths. Welcome to the Central Factory Maintenance Desk. Take a look around if you like. Let us do that. 65, this one is still... We'll wait for those. Let's get Chloe upgraded. She's always... could perhaps upgrade Olivia too? Cheaper ones at least. Now we're out of red again. Any new quartz? Yes, actually. Poison isn't very used. Mute is pretty good though. Mind is good, we already have that though. Seal is not horrible. Impede is very good. Action 2 is amazing, we're gonna get that. Cast 2 we already had one. EP cut is pretty good. Should get that. It's not as needed. Let's get EP cut. We can get it. No? Estelle and even Charizard. Freddy, what the heck are you doing here? My, it really is a small world. How's the shop? Well, I've left things in Roland to my dad and came here to train. I'm learning about the new orbit models. So there's training for that, huh? Oh yeah, you said you studied here before, didn't you, Freddy? Yep, I had the basics beaten into me here when I was young. But I guess even now I'm having the basics of the new model beaten into me. By the way, Josh is not with you. Yeah, some stuff came up, so we're working separately for now. Too bad. Would have been nice to see Joshua too. But I'm pretty happy just to run into you here. It'll be a good start to tell my dad once I get back to Roland. Anyway, good luck with your work. Good luck on your end too, Freddy. All that panic over a little earthquake. What a bunch of cowards. In my youth, we kept on experimenting right through a fire. I mean, look at Russell. You only get crazy hair like that when it all burns off once or twice. Oh, who could this be? Oh, hey, Elsal. It's been a while. I'm glad to see you're looking as energetic as always. I see. So that's what it was. Oh, was what? Well, Kellica said she'd called for assistance. She must have all meant you. Probably, yeah. We've been sized for a while. We're looking forward to working with you. Yes, as I am with you. Well then, good luck on your end. Yeah, you too, Hazel. I guess we go upwards. Breaking through the floors. Oh, Estelle, you come. Hi, Chief Murdoch. Long time no see. Not since the birthday celebrations, right? Yes, indeed. A lot has happened, but I'm glad to see you're well. Thanks, sir. Incidentally, this is... Oh yeah, Shara. Sorry. This is my superior in the branch. Roland Branch Guild Bracer, Charizard Harvey. It may not be for long, but I look forward to working here. A pleasure to meet you. For a moment, it seems like you've been staying here to back up the size branch. It's very reassuring to have you all here. I hope for the best. Yes, please leave it to us. We'll do our best. That reminds me. I'll be cooperating with the guild, sir. Yes, Kellica rang me up after the earthquake. I'll be gathering information on whether or not there has been anything out of the ordinary before or after the earthquake. I've just started those, so I don't have much for you yet. Guess it's not that easy to get answers, huh? Well, our next stop is to check out the wolf fort, so good luck with the investigation within the city, sir. Yes, if I find anything out, I'll contact the guild. You all take care, Estelle. Yeah, later. Oh hey, there's a familiar face. You're that person who found me a book a while back. Yeah, that did happen. The memories seem really painful somehow though. Don't worry, I don't intend to put out any new requests anytime soon. There was a newbie posted here recently, so I'm leaving a little task to her. Huh, nice. Well, for now. If something comes up that's too much for her, I'll probably ask the guild. I hope you help me out when the time comes. Sure thing. Thank you. Just look at all this. That earthquake did a real number on this place. Well, it's probably more like 50% earthquake, 50% lazy boss. Can't read any books there now. No. Guess we can use this for the third floor. I checked our mission equipment when the last earthquake happened, but it's weird. It doesn't share any similarities with our previous data on earthquakes. They have been an earthquake caused by some special source. Ah, Gustav. Well, this is a surprise. Been a long time. Yeah, it has. You're looking well, Gustav. Here on work again? Yeah, we're filling in a bit for the size branch. So we'll be in town for a bit. Well, that's good to hear. If anything comes up, you'll be the first one I call. Yeah, leave it to us. By the way, did you go see the professor yet? Ah, we just went, yeah. We got quite the reception from Tila. I bet you did. She really does admire you, you know. We're scheduled to throw the new engine onto our sail very soon. Right now I'm working with the maintenance chief to put together a plan for the job. I'm really relieved there was no damage from the earthquake. It would be pretty sad if our preparations for the work got delayed. Got a sec? You're from the guild. Ah, you came. Huh? What is it? No, you... Aren't you the person who delivered that prototype from Ruin a while back? Did I? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You came to the weapon shop with a black-haired boy. Black-haired boy? That's gotta be Joshua. Think about it, I guess that might have happened. But if you're curious, have a look in your notebook. More importantly, I think right now we should talk work. Alright. So then, did you come because you saw the board? Of course. Looks like you're recruiting testers for an orbital gun. Yeah, actually, I was just having problems since I wasn't getting many respondents. I know it's kinda sudden, but can I give you the explanation of the job now? You can. Go ahead. Well then, let me explain. As you know, my quest is the test of an orbital gun. I wanted to check the reliability of this gun through live battle. Check the reliability? To put it very simply, I want you to test its endurance. All machines have failings you'd never know unless you use them. The causes of many problems are usually things no one even imagined during the development period. I want to pinpoint any hidden weaknesses and strengthen the reliability of my gun as a weapon. That's the goal of this test. I believe I understand the intent. To use a bit more specialized term, you want a combat demonstration. Yes, exactly. Incidentally, are you the shooter who will be doing the test? It is a singular pleasure to meet you. I am the roaming poet and musician, the indomitable hunter of love, the one and only Olivier Lenham. Hunter of... Just ignore that. Sure, it might be a total weirdo, but his skill with the gun is legit. Oh, what's that? Did I detect a slight imbalance of emphasis on the former part of your speech rather than the latter? Well now, what does it matter? Everyone acknowledges your ability. I see. Well, in that case, I guess I'll trust you. Consider yourself without fear, my good man. Will this really be okay? Anyway, for now, here's the gun. That's the gun I'd like you to test. As thanks for coming, I'll let you have that gratis. But that is a most generous gift. Still, this gun, it's got a somewhat unique structure. Of course it does. I'd be more upset if you were familiar with it. After all, the drive portion of this is a new model I have developed. How about it? Think you can handle it? But of course, I'm sure that this gun will play a most beauteous harmony. It will be great to hear. If you're done stroking that gun, Olivier, we'd like to know more about the job. We still haven't heard exactly what we should be doing. Ah, true enough. Please go on. It's more or less as you said. Basically, I want to see win this gun in live combat, then come back with the results. I'd like to test it over on the Trat Plains Road. That way, even if trouble comes up, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Understood, the Plains Road. At a minimum, I'd like you to fight 10 battles. Of course, I want you to fight them to the end. Fleeing over and over wouldn't be much of a combat test. Let me check then. Go around to the Trat Plains Road, equipped with this gun, and fight about 10 battles to victory there. Then once that's complete, return here and report. Is that about it? Yeah, I think that should do it. If you don't have any questions, I'd like you to get to it. Everything clear? Yep, think we got it. We'll be back soon. Olivia, I'm trusting you. Worry not, I never disappoint. Oh, hey guys, I'm sure the device we're preparing now will be useful. We'll work on it as fast as we can, just wait a bit longer. How goes the investigation? It'll still take a bit of time to get ready. Once I'm prepared, I'll contact the guild. Okay, we have the gun. Up we go! I guess I'll be continuing research with the greenhouse, though to be honest, I'll be leaving most of it to Terry. I wonder if there isn't some more interesting direction I could take using the greenhouse. Hey, it's been a while, remember me? I'm Terry, I was doing research on sneakers. Please say you remember me. Don't worry, I remember you. It was a job for Stray Guess. No way to forget a dream job like that. So still researching shoes, Terry? Not anymore. Thanks to your help getting that data before, I was able to achieve my research goals. After handing the findings over to the Strega Corporation, the job was finished. Oh yeah, I gave them your message like I said I would. I told them my Bracer friend said she couldn't wait to see the next new project. Really? Yeah, of course. The Strega developers were really touched. They were making jokes about making a Bracer model next. Oh, it was just a joke? Who knows? I thought it was a joke anyway. One way or another, I got more research funding. So right now, I'm looking for a new research team. I might ask the guild for help again. I hope I can count on you like before if anything comes up. Yeah, don't hesitate to contact us. Also, I'm sure you know, but be sure to prioritize requests from the Sega Corporation, okay? And if you need a Bracer, I'm your woman. Understood. Yep. Oh, you all. Hi, Dr. Miriam. Thank you very much again for your help back then. No, I didn't do anything. If you want to thank anyone, should we thank the priest who supplied the medicine? So is Agatha well? Yeah, no problem. Seems like he's totally back to normal. I see. Good to hear that. That's some vitality. I guess that's a Bracer for you. Your body is your capital. Well, that's Agatha anyway. If nothing else, he's a walking damage sponge. If anything comes up, stop by anytime. Of course, I never want to see an energy like that again. Yeah, we'll stay on our toes. Any job could have danger in it after all. Absolutely, Estelle. To perpetually sharpen your awareness to prepare for unseen threats. Cassius often spoke of that as the mindset of a Bracer. Yes, don't forget those words. Continue to be careful as you tend to your work. You got it. See you later, Dr. Miriam. Or 5. This room's up on the 5th floor, so we got shaken up quite a bit from that earthquake. Hopefully the cable doesn't throw another fit over this. Oh, it's you, man. Man, it's been a while. Yeah, it has. How's the cable doing? Thanks for asking. It's doing great. There's no sign of any real damage from the earthquake at the moment. If needed, you can use it at any time to look up things. After all, we owe you a lot when it comes to the cable. I'd say you more than earned the right. Thanks. Well, if needed, we'll be sure to make use of it. Anytime. The Orbital Calculator, member check, okay, database access. Are these still the same? No, there's some things. New model Urbans. A new class of tactical Urbans massively upgraded from the preceding models developed by the Epstein Foundation. In comparison to the old model's 6 quartz slots, the new model has 7 slots. This new model allows for more flexible quartz arrangements, new combinations of usable or magic, and even drastic increases in power. However, as the architecture is drastically different from the predecessor model, there is no interchangeability in quartz between models. Bracer Guild Sign, a metal sign removed from the size branch of the competent Bracer Guild by the genius and dashing Phantom Thief Blue Blah. While its financial value is insignificant, the shock to the guild members is likely considerable, and reading this now must fill you with shame. Ah, I have probably said enough. I need to provide the next key. The third key is in the city. Gaze up at the 3 Hatted Brothers. Note, this entry will self-delete. You are recommended to commit this entry to a memo immediately. And it's gone. I think the other ones are the same. Yeah, these are... yeah. Hey, this... Why the heck is something like this written on the cave wall? How such a thing was accomplished, I do not know, but the data appears to have been overridden. Even from my enemy, I must say bravo. My, he really is a bottomless bag of tricks. Putting that aside, you wrote that down, right? Yeah, of course. Our next stop's somewhere in town. I believe we're searching for 3 hatted brothers. It must be a metaphor of some kind. It's plenty enough to go on, thankfully. Let's head into town. Guessing the roof doesn't have anything, but... We can go check the basement. I'm assuming there will be nothing here, but... Over here first, I guess? This was just... There we cannot go. Oh, you guys. It's been a while. How have you been? Ah, Faye, we're good. How about you? Same old, same old. Busy, busy. Thanks to you guys, I made up with Brand too, so... But I'd say I'm pretty satisfied with my life. You guys here on work? Yeah, basically. We'll be inside for a while, so if you need anything, just say. Thanks, I appreciate it. If anything comes up, I won't hesitate to contact the guild. Anyway, I need to go back to keeping an eye on the line. Yeah, you're on the job. See you later, Faye. Guess we can check out the tunnel. We won't go down the tunnel yet because we're probably gonna get quests, but... I wish these damn earthquakes would stop. And on top of that creepy dude in black. Something bad is going on, mark my words. A dude in black? Did you see someone suspicious? Oh yeah, some weirdo came through here yesterday. I was standing right over there, just looking. I don't really get a whole lot of people coming through here, you see, so it made me uncomfortable. But that certainly does qualify as suspicious, yes. Can you remember anything else about this person? Couldn't forget the dude if I tried. Okay, first, the dude was huge. I mean, he was wearing a dark suit and gloves, right? But even then I could tell he was ripped. And he had those sunglasses too. So he was like a horse on the freaking escalator. Sunglasses? What are those? You don't know? They're special glasses that block the rays of the sun. You'll know him when you see him. The lenses are really dark. Wouldn't that mean you can't see what's in front of you? Nah, you can still see just fine. They're handy actually. Still though, I've never seen anyone around here who uses them. I noticed. Glasses like those should make finding this man simple. Dark suit, dark gloves, and even his glasses are dark. This guy might as well wear a big suspect me of something sign on his forehead. In dark lettering, I guess. We better go tell Kelka about this. Yes, I agree. Once we investigate the fort, we can report it all at once. So, I don't know what this is all about, but I hope I was able to help. Yeah, you were a big help. Thanks for talking to us. Is that main quest related? Yeah. Let's go to the sitting place and find the three chimneys? Oh, that's 3 chimneys, isn't it? Here are 3 chimneys at different heights. You don't think this could be the 3 Hatter brothers? All 3 are at different heights. I see. Perhaps this is what was meant by brothers. This seems to be the only building with 3 chimneys at different heights. I'd say it's possible, but why don't we take a look? There was a card stuck to the chimney pipe. Alright, found it. The door has already been opened. Let the souls of heroes descend into the quiet earth. Raise your voice high and chant to the goddess C26DE. I think this next step is the last. Please let it be the last one. Still, chant the goddess in the quiet earth of all things. The quiet earth is probably exactly what it sounds like, somewhere underground. The problem is goddess and the incomprehensible part after that. But for now, let's go underground. There's only one place I can think of when you say underground in size. Yeah, let's get going. I think we were just there. We should have done this before going down, I guess. Maybe it's just Faye? Maybe it's like a retrieval thing. She's working by the conveyor belt. She's not here anymore. Oh, there. Hey Faye, got a sec? Oh, you guys? Need to talk about a job or something? Yeah, basically. There's something I want to ask. Oh, really? Go ahead. Could you look at this? Zell showed Faye the memo left by Blue Blah. The quiet earth chanted the goddess and a text string. What about it? I think it's indicating this spot, but there are parts we don't understand. We thought we'd ask you to see if you had an idea. So you think this message is about that basement factory? If that's the case, then did you think of something? Could this goddess be me? We're not too worried about that part. It's a bit below that, the number thingy. Ah, right. Right, this text string, C26DE. From the look of it, I'd say it's a product ID code. A product code. Yeah, all things in the warehouse are organized by those codes. So as long as you know the code, we should be able to call it up by using the conveyor. So you could call out this number? Sure, wanna give it a try? Please if you would. No problem, give me 1 second. Mrs. Faye, got a moment? I'd like it to send item C26DE over here. Yeah, C26DE. Thanks, I appreciate it. While you're in luck, they said they found something under that number. They're sending it out. It really was here. Seems like the person in charge over there was pretty shocked too. Now then, let's see what we get. Oh, looks like it's coming. Huh? The heck's that? Seems kinda familiar. Ah, thank goodness, finally found it. Oh, isn't that the Bracer Guild? Yup. Thanks for the help. It was nothing really, but why the heck was the guild sign in our warehouse? Where do we even start? I'd sit down if I were you. It's a long story. You did well to reclaim it. I had every confidence in you. Glad we were able to live up to your expectations. But man, this time we really got jerked around by Phantom Thief B. Yes, it feels like once again we got a good picture of just how strong he is. Perhaps that was his intention all along. He's trying to intimidate us by showing off his power, in other words. I don't know if we thought that far, but still. One way or the other, it's obvious he's no ordinary foe. Be sure to tread with caution. Wise words from a wise woman. Yeah, the task is officially complete. With that, I'd like for you to return to your main mission. Understood. If you'll excuse me. Yes, we can report that immediately. Still have plenty of quests left to do. I mean, I know we're supposed to head to the gate thing, but maybe we should start going where we're not supposed to go. Let's go on the mine road. Because this is... Because we had 2 road quests. Earth Plains, Kalia Tunnel. Isn't this Kalia Tunnel? Actually, since we don't have a quest here, we can hold off on that until we get a quest. I changed my mind. I just remembered we'd probably die if we try to fight something there. Which way is the... Am I like lost? That's that way. Wasn't there a way to get to another place? Guess not. Guess I'm just mixing up my locations. I just saw how long we've been going, and it's probably best if we just continue. Sorry for this ending part being a bit of we just not knowing where to go, but yeah, we'll continue off from here next time. So thank you for watching this episode. It was a lot of talking this episode, no combat, but there will be a lot more of that next time, so gotta do a lot of investigating. So yeah, goodbye.